Hello again. We are back, still catching up on some of these Sever missions. I thought it was a good idea to do this, and now I'm falling behind, so I apologize. I'm sure there are other videos out there, but as we play through these, I'm making sure to take the time to stop and get the story as well for anybody that might be interested in that kind of stuff, because Bungie is really, in my personal opinion, making some pretty good strides when it comes to getting the story across and you know, making it a little bit more pull on the heartstrings a bit, which Destiny 1 did not do very well at the beginning. Right around the time of just before, at the release of, and until the end of its life cycle, or I guess I should say, by the time they stopped adding, stuff to it, they'd gotten much better at telling a story or getting a story across more than just, NPCs standing there saying the same 3 or 4 things until you walk off to another NPC that's also only saying 3 or 4 things. Really started breathing some life into the game. I feel that way again with a lot of the seasonal content. So even if you're not doing DLC stuff, even the seasonal stuff is getting better and better. Yes, it's more money up front, but in my opinion so far it's been worth it. So that's just, sorry, kind of went off there a little bit. So we are going to do Sever, Grief. Yes, Grief. You can see we've got Shame, Reconciliation as the first two. The second one has more modifiers than the first one, so be sure to familiarize yourself with that. And now we are on Togetherness. Base health regen is reduced if near another player. Health regen is increased. So probably not going to see a huge impact on that, because we're flying solo here. Or it could be bad because we don't have anybody to run to get that regen. So we might be stuck taking it a little bit at a time, falling back more often to allow that regen should we need it. And I'm getting text messages. And we start looking at rocks. Okay.
The second severance is at hand. We proceed as you wish, Commander. But whatever you hear, you must press forward.
Understood. Thank you, Lyris.
Set your amplifiers. Sever Calus's connection. And tread carefully.
I see your new protege, Zavala. I wonder, have you told them what became of the last warrior you trained?
Alright, so we're going to go back from this door. It's kind of a little corridor tucked here. There's dead space in it. There's things in the walls. Oh, we got movement on the radar. Forgot I was holding a scout rifle. Ugh. This is the Tears of Contrition. Tears of Contrition? Am I saying that right? It feels like I'm saying it wrong. Aw, man. In the shin. Alright. There's a little ledge there, apparently. You can't just walk over. And in this first encounter, we have the calus automaton.
This construct is coded in the same spores found aboard the Glycon. Ikora says they could connect consciousness through the darkness.
Isn't it magnificent? The Leviathan was once my prison, but now we are one body. Its systems, my mind.
Is that so? Mechanical function is compromised, Guardian. It's harmless. Don't let him stall you.
I wouldn't dream of it. It is a unique delight to feel the Leviathan's inhabitants wriggling through my innards. And when you do battle across my steely flesh, an unmatched sensation. Caress every dark reach you can find. In your futile journey, you will come to see things my way. You will lay down your arms and stay. On that night, I'll raise a chalice to your lips, and we will feast.
That was the creepiest one so far. Oh.
Amplifier online. I'm detecting the commanders as well. As we learned with Crow, these devices will help. But our success hinges on resolving Zavala's inner demons. We cannot do this for him, but we can stand with him.
And right here will be your calus bobblehead. So we have the first encounter, automaton, right through the hallway. After you set the first ritual amplifier, turn left, and the bobblehead will be right here.
Guardian, how can you trust Zavala when you keep secret the life he led before the city? I knew him before he was your commander, when he was young and boastful. We used to sit together, listening to the cicadas. He listens to them sometimes still.
They remind me of what I lost.
Focus, Zavala.
I am.
Why do you leave our names unspoken? Do the memories of that time pain you so much?
Alright, through the egregore. Go all the way down to the end, pick up the wrench. Bash these guys with it. Now remember, when you're holding the wrench, you have the heavy object effect, which means you can't jump and you can't sprint. So you'll come back to the door you ran past, and there will be a bunch of boxes stacked up. Jump across. Crouch down and make your way across the pipe. If you drop down, you're gonna die. So make sure you go back over the door, and you can drop down to where the egregore spores were. What else am I holding? Oh. Hollow Denial. So don't go straight across. You want to turn right and go back through this door to the control panel. Releasing the lockdown.
Security lockdown lifted across all nearby bulkheads. You are clear to proceed.
And since we already know we have the automaton and the bobblehead, there's no other collectibles to find. Oh my goodness, stop. Thank you. Make sure there's no one else in there. So this would be the second encounter. This one has a little bit more to it when it comes to waves of enemies. I don't know if I've ever pointed it out. I feel like I have not. The enemies that are carrying the sensors, these guys, you can shoot those and it will detonate them. I think there's a triumph somewhere for that, if or maybe it's, I don't know. I don't know if that triumph is still active or not. Oh, we got an abomination. Probably best to not lock yourself in a small room with no place to go. You have a pretty wide open space here. So be sure to utilize it and not get yourself too trapped.
Come in.
We are with you.
I was ambushed by Scorn and horror I
All right.
couldn't bring down. I couldn't reach you.
He is shaken. Zavala, tell them you are afraid. Confide in them. Why hide your feelings?
It doesn't matter how I feel.
That is why you will fail. You put your duty before your heart.
All right. Oh. So, oh my goodness. Now I'm getting turned around. So, You need to run all the way back to the entrance. Obviously, you have the nav point you can follow. Just bring up your ghost and it'll pop it up there. But it's the first door on your left, off the larger room.
The phantoms trapped in this fetid hull sustain something that is growing. Zavala's nightmare is a part of it, but each amplifier further isolates her presence from Calus's hold.
Now you can see that we can go up. And we've got some more traditional, almost platforming mechanics with these ledges that are timed. Maybe a little too timed.
Stay with me a little longer. Life moved on around us, but we can wait here for a moment.
You chose to move when you could have stayed.
Safi,
Don't. You have made your choice.
Go on ahead. I'll find my own way.
Right past Zavala's emotions, we can set ritual amplifier number 3.
I must be seeing things. The scorn are wearing... Impossible. The House of Devils is gone.
Your eyes deceive you. Don't be fooled.
It is interesting to see Zavala be shaken. I feel like, before I move forward, I don't know if they talk more. I feel like with the death of ADHOCx, you got to see a little bit of that emotion and that ferocity with Ikora. Which there is some lore behind that. I might throw that up there in another video. But Zavala was very steadfast, and that's a part of the reason why I've never really cared much for him as an NPC. Because he's always been so two-dimensional. There's never been any room for the gray. It's all black and white. You are a guardian. The whole thing that goes along with that. So it was really disheartening to watch what was supposed to be, his third fire team member. They've been a fire team for we don't even know how long. I think could be literally hundreds of years. Could. But that was supposed to be his brother in arms. And he was almost indifferent and very, very cold about it. I understand not wanting to seek revenge and do the right thing. I understand his stance from a lawful good standpoint. But there's a lot of other gray area that seems to be acknowledged, and it was weird to me that was not. So it's neat to see.
You've reached the Severance site, Commander. The Guardian is closing on your position.
The brave Zavala holds his offering in clenched fingers, afraid to lose the pain he has kept close for so long.
It's all I have left.
You hoard our memory like a starving animal hoards bones. I'd call that reverence.
I mourned. I begged for your forgiveness. What more can I do?
Speak our names. Release us.
So the blue glowy tunnel is where we're supposed to go. You can see that there is a spore wall. So go just over past that. Then drop back down in. But to finish my thought, it's nice to see that Zavala can have some depth to him. It's a good change of pace after, you know, so many years of listening to him be not that. Once again, right from where you drop down, you will have a place to place a rally banner. Get your super up if you used it. You can see that we are in a little bit tighter and more confined space than even, you know, the track for the fanatic fight for the shame and reconciliation missions. So just be aware of your surroundings and jumping and moving back to not get caught on stuff.
Got it.
She has some epic hair.
You said you mourned our deaths, Zavala. Stood at our graves, cried out in prayer to your traveler.
For a long time.
What good did it do? No ghosts found us. Instead, the traveler gave the light to your enemies.
It's not that simple.
It is that simple. That abandoner deserves your duty more than me, more than our son. It is why you left us both to die alone.
Don't use him like that. I chose you. I tried to give it away.
You killed him, as much as the Fallen did. You wove your gallantry into his bones. My son's killers should meet.
Alright, and the fight is on. Oh, and I did what I literally just recommended you shouldn't do. Tossed a grenade into the fucking wall. I feel like these wraiths are literally just to push you away from the boss. Alright.
A dreadful blade manifests from the harvester.
I'm just missing everything. Holy shit. And then I really sent that home, didn't I? So the boss is not currently out. Clear the wave of ads, which is very similar to the Fnatic fight. Only he doesn't just teleport into the thing. I'm not sure where he disappears to, but oh, that's why I was using this gun. The deep sight resonance just completed. My nose itches. Where is this guy? Ah, there you are. Hey, buddy. I got my super back again.
She's slipping away from me.
Strength, zavala. See through your guilt.
You can see that this fight is a bit more chaotic and explosive. I don't recommend using a scout rifle for it.
Manifests from the harvester.
There is a challenge this week. One of the seasonal challenges to complete a Sever mission without the use of solar. So if you use the scythe, you will fail that. Our Cabal friend has shown up. Seems to be always before the last damage round for the boss. So be sure to keep an eye out for him. And like I was saying, if you're trying to get the seasonal challenges done, or all of them, you will have to complete a Sever mission without using the scythe. I would swap your subclass out to another one that you're comfortable with using. We've almost got our super back again. I will say that I don't feel like the... Good lord. Like this super is as hard hitting as I remember it being before. Okay. That happened. Good lord, fine. So this is where he first showed up. This is where he spawns on his second go round, and then in this trench back here is where he should be hanging out for the third damage phase. But maybe we just have some more ads to take care of. Yep, there he is. Oh, no, that's not him. Oh, that's him. Pretty easy to get lost in your surroundings in this one. I mean, like I said before I started this fight, there is a lot of stuff in the it's very, very easy to get hung up. And there we go. Let's make our way back up to zavala and see what he was able to accomplish. It's not looking good.
Blame. We cannot proceed until he finds forgiveness.
Forgiveness? You shared meals with fallen behind your walls after what they took. This new life dishonors your old one. It dishonors your son.
Hakim.
Your true family wouldn't torment you. This is your grief, Zavala.
My husband is not a liar, and I am speaking his words. He knows what he is.
A hollow man leading others to die. For a silent god.
Enough. Guardian, bring the commander back before any more damage is done.
That's a lot of stuff. Once again, you have the longest countdown timer of anything ever. On my hunter, I ran around and tried to check the nooks and crannies and crevices and everything like that to try to see if maybe there's something hidden, some kind of reason for the countdown timer to be that long. And I found nothing. So if there is something that I'm missing in the reasoning behind these mission end timers, someone let me know in the comments, because that would be phenomenal. Am I missing something? I don't think that I am. I think that is probably just to ensure that there's enough time for their chatter and to play out fully. But so we now know that Zavala had a wife, who we call Safi, and a son, Hakim, who apparently died to the House of Devils. Which we got a little background on the House of Devils, along with other fallen houses, with the is it the Lord of Wolves? I can't remember the name of the DLC for Destiny 1, but so that line he says, a hollow man sending people to die for a silent god. That's pretty heavy hitting, to be honest. But we are going to end this. I will catch up with you guys next time for the next one, which I'm about to record immediately after this. So, probably getting a double upload today. And if I have time, I will be doing the newest one as well. So you do have to go to the Leviathan and do some running around, do some containment stuff, while Eris figures out the next step. So there is that, but there is some time. There's a little bit of story tied into that as well. If you go all the way through the Nightmare Containment and beat the Tier 3 boss, you'll get some more chit chat at the end of that. Just calm traffic between the relevant characters for the missions that you're doing, which is kind of neat. There's, like I said, I think they're doing a pretty good job of bringing that story into the game finally, instead of locking it all into lore books and grimoires and stuff to find. So like I said, I'm gonna end this here, and start doing the next one.